Imagine you're about to embark on a journey to North Korea, full of excitement and curiosity to explore its culture and learn more about this isolated country. You're at an airport in China, ready to board your connecting flight to North Korea's capital, Pyongyang. Standing before you is the aircraft of Air Koryo, the airline that will take you into the heart of this secretive nation. As you step onto the plane, a flight attendant warmly greets you, and you make your way to your seat. Next to you sits a North Korean guest worker, returning to his homeland after many years. As you settle into your seat, a subtle unease begins to creep in. You take out your phone to learn more about the airline, but to your frustration, no results appear. Activating your VPN, you're suddenly bombarded with negative reviews about Air Koryo. Shocked and skeptical, you wonder what lies ahead. Still, you have no choice but to switch your phone to airplane mode. What is the real story behind North Korea's airline? Why does it receive such poor ratings across the board? What can you expect during this flight? And, most importantly, why is Air Koryo blacklisted in Europe? Welcome aboard North Korea's one-star airline. Air Koryo is the most common means of traveling to North Korea, and it is regarded as one of the oldest operational airlines in the world. The airline primarily operates aging Russian passenger planes, many of which were used during the East German era. The aircraft you're flying on is over 30 years old and is one of Air Koryo's fleet of 24 planes, only 18 of which are considered operational. Booking a ticket is surprisingly easy since Air Koryo is the sole flight provider to North Korea. The airline's website is basic and functional, allowing you to book a flight for approximately $220 with minimal hassle. Additionally, Air Koryo offers charter flights, often reserved for politicians or the Kim family, though that's a story for later. The in-flight experience begins with propaganda videos blasting through outdated speakers, which you cannot mute or turn off. The videos exaggerate and glorify North Korea, portraying it as one of the greatest countries in the world. Air Koryo is North Korea's only civilian airline, tightly controlled by the ruling Kim dynasty. Internationally, its operations are manageable, but back in President Kim Il-sung's time, the world was very different. Initially, Air Koryo operated Soviet-era aircraft primarily servicing routes to the USSR and China. Over time, the fleet expanded to accommodate larger planes, enabling flights to Eastern Europe, including a significant non-stop route from Pyongyang to Moscow. However, things changed when the Soviet Union collapsed, weakening the relationship between North Korea and Russia. Air Koryo began venturing into non-Soviet destinations, but two major problems arose. First, Air Koryo was blacklisted by the European Union due to safety concerns, drastically limiting its flight options in Europe. Second, sanctions imposed on North Korea over the last decade have prevented the airline from purchasing new aircraft. As a result, the fleet continues to rely heavily on aging Soviet models. During the flight, a flight attendant places a meal tray before you, startling you out of your thoughts. Alongside complimentary water, soft drinks, tea, and coffee, you receive a burger. However, as you unwrap it, your appetite fades. It's bland and uninspiring. The crew also offers a duty-free catalog filled with North Korean products, including bags, notebooks, tea, and other souvenirs. Over the years, incidents have increased, such as emergency landings. Fortunately, in one such case, all 60 passengers and 15 crew members remained unharmed. According to Skytrax, Air Koryo has consistently been rated as the world's worst airline, receiving only 1 star for years. In fact, since 2021, Skytrax removed it from consideration altogether. Interestingly, even North Korean leader Kim Jong-un uses Air Koryo for his travels. Sanctions don't just restrict flight operations. They also prevent North Korea from acquiring new aircraft, whether for Air Koryo or for Kim's personal use. In 2014, one of Air Koryo's planes, a Soviet-built Ilyushin Il-62, was converted into Kim Jong-un's presidential aircraft. Decorated with the national flag and equipped with a modern interior, this aircraft, known locally as Shime-1, meaning number 1, serves as Kim's office for work and meetings during flights. In 2018, during Kim's flight to Singapore, 3 aircraft were used. one for security checks, another to carry his limousine, and the final one to transport Kim himself. As the plane prepares for landing in Pyongyang, you brace yourself for what lies ahead. In just a few moments, you'll enter a country governed by strict rules and regulations, where even a minor mistake can have severe consequences. Finally, the plane touches down in North Korea, marking the end of your flight experience. While Air Koryo's fleet is old and poorly maintained, it operates far fewer flights compared to American or European airlines, which see multiple flights daily. With the current restrictions, Air Koryo might acquire Russian or Chinese aircraft by 2030, but by then the fleet's average age will be nearly 50 years. So would you ever consider flying on Air Koryo's aging Soviet planes? Would you take the risk? Would you step aboard the world's worst-rated airline and fly into one of the most isolated countries on Earth? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's deep dive, don't forget to like this video, share it with your curious friends, and subscribe for more stories of hidden wonders and untold tales from around the globe.